Okay, nice everybody. Okay, today what are we going to do is I'm going to share with you guys how to boost your revenues with effective after sales follow-up. It's not just simply follow-up. We are talking about after sales follow-up. So if you're asking what is the meaning of revenues, revenues is actually something like your sales, okay, your profit. Okay, how to boost your profit with effective after sales follow-up. So let us see what are we going to learn today. So basically, at the end of this session, you are going to be able to identify at least one importance on how after sales follow-up can impact customer. Basically, standing on customer's position, how they feel if you do after sales follow-up. Secondly, identify at least two ways on how after sales follow-up can help in terms for NE. So not just for customer, but we will see on the NE perspective also, as in like in the sales organization. Then lastly, we are going to discuss and identify at least two simple steps on how do we do an effective follow-up after a sales. Am I speaking too fast? If my speed is okay, please give me a 2 in the chat. Okay, just nice. So it's loud and clear, and then I'm speaking at the right speed. Okay, so before I carry on, I need to inform you guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me after the whole sharing, okay? Because we only have half an hour time, and I really don't want to hold you guys up. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to share whatever it is. You can you can leave your questions in the chat box. So later when I finish everything, I will go through all your questions afterwards. Okay, guys? So let's go. So first thing first, what is after sales follow-up? So basically, all of us know that there's a concept called steps of sales process. Some they introduce 5 steps, some they introduce 6, 7, 8, and etc. But what we are going to focus is on the follow-up. Okay, we are not here to talk about prospecting, preparation, approach, presentation, how to handle objection, closing, and things like that. We are focusing on the last part. After you finish a purchase, so what should you do? This is what we call the after sales follow-up. So basically, this after sales follow-up, the purpose of this is to build a long-term relationship with your customer. Why? So that you can get repeat sales. For example, you keep the contact with the customer sometimes, and then after sales customer, so that you make sure the product was well received and in a good condition. So from time to time, you can actually check with your customer. Again, the idea is not to sell at this stage. Okay, it's not to sell. After you finish the purchase already, it should end there. And then what you need to do is continue focus to build the relationship with your customer. Why? So in future, probably, you never know, a couple months pass, you will be able to do a second sales with your customer. Later on, we'll talk about the second sales. Okay, so next thing would be why after sales follow-up? So is there any importance of any benefits for us and for the customer? Actually, standing in the point of customer perspective, right? There are 3 importance of after sales follow-up in terms for customer point of view. So if you do after sales follow-up, customer will feel that they matter. Okay? They will feel that, wow, they are very important and you really care for their needs. So the keyword here is needs. Okay? In Chinese, we call it 需求, bahasa keperluan. I hope I translate it correctly. Okay? So customer feel that they feel, oh, they are actually important and you really care for them. Okay? So by going extra miles to ensure that your customer know that you are always there and ready to help. Okay? Doesn't mean you, after they sell, they receive already, you straight away go and pass. Okay? You just maybe after 2-3 days or after a week, you just text them, hey, I'm your sales agent. So have you received the product? So how's the product? Is the condition okay? Just simply check with them, let them know. Later on, before the end of the session, I will show you a sample of how a customer and a sales agent, they do this after sales follow-up. Okay. So next thing, customer become more open to your suggestions. Okay. This is the part where you already start to build the relationship with your customer already. Meaning to say they are willing to listen to your suggestion. They know that, okay, you know something and you are able to help me. Because by doing this after sales follow-up, you are actually telling them that you're interested and you want to make sure that the customer's needs are fulfilled and you are able to solve their problems. Okay, so this part is very important in terms of when you want to build a relationship between a sales agent and a customer. Who doesn't want customer to just go back to the sales agent and then ask for advice, and then from there you can earn some sales. But the main objective is not earning sales, although that's the main one. But still, we still want to keep the relationship between customer and the sales agent. And lastly, the customer begin to trust you, and then they will refer more business to you. How they will start to call their friend, and then they will say, oh, I tell you this sales agent really not bad at. You can share a lot of things and then give good comments. Just like when you want to go to a certain cafe, you want to know the reviews, so you go online and check, oh, the review is 4.9 out of 5 star. Definitely you'll feel like, oh, the review is good, so you want to go and try. Okay, so it's something similar to the same concept. So this is the reason why, especially in terms of customer perspective, after sales follow-up is very, very important. So there are 6 benefits for after sales follow-up in terms for NE side as well. So if sales agent managed to do this after sales follow-up, of course, I'm not saying that 100% it will work. There's nothing like literally 100% in this world, but somehow or rather it can help you to boost your sales. Like how? Because happy customers are more likely to come back and they want to buy more. For example, like in terms for healthy lifestyle pillar, maybe customers just want to try it out, see whether that mask is okay or not. So if the customer is happy, then they will come back to you and say, oh, I want to subscribe your Wonder Dairy Good plan. Okay, so which is a good way if you manage to do the after sales follow-up. And next thing, you can actually generate customer testimonials and referrals. This part, customer tried, they know, and you already got the confidence, especially for new joiners, because some of the new joiners, they might not try the product yet, but by gather all the testimonials, they will be able to feel that, oh, okay, a lot of customers saying that this is good. In a way, they can actually share to other customers saying that, oh, this is good as well. Okay, and then it actually increase customer retention. We are referring to a loyal customer lah. Okay, you'll get more loyal customer. So this is one of the benefits. And then it actually differentiates between us, Kuku sales agent, and compared to other companies' agent. Somehow or other, although might not all be different, but you can see you can distinguish between us and different other agents also, because I'm not sure how other agent works, but most of them probably they didn't do much after sales follow-up, because I personally purchases a few products as well, but I never ever received any after sales follow-up from any of them before. So we are trying to want to make us look more outstanding compared to the sales agent outside. Okay. So apart from there, being the benefits of that is to help us to become more innovative as well. By how? By listening to customer needs and problems, you actually gather a lot of problems and then gather a lot of information. And from there, time to time, you are getting more creative and you become even more know how to handle all those problems, especially coming from the customer, which is very good for the sales agent side. And last but not least, it actually can help you to improve your performance. Okay, because customer feedback can actually help you to improve your products and fix the service problem. You may not know that customer they have a certain point of view and they have certain feedback. So once you know you get it already, then when you want to do sales pitching, it can actually help you to strengthen your sales pitching point. Okay, so we already know there are ways and how important of all this after sales follow-up. So here I'm going to share with you 5 simple steps on effectively follow up after a sales. Meaning to say this is an action time. So I'm going to show you these 5 simple steps. So the first one is send thank you notes. You know your customer already purchased, and then probably a couple of months, some customer, when they receive a thank you notes, they'll be surprised. And they'll be like, oh, so sweet, this guy. Okay, for example, or you can actually send a thank you message to your customer by thanking the customer to purchasing the product. At the same time, you can also check in. What do you mean by check in? Doesn't mean you want to check in to the to customer houses or to the hotel. I'm not referring to that. Check in meaning to say you are actually checking in customers' status on, is the customer okay with the products? So any feedbacks, you can automatically get it on the spot and then solve for your customer. So that at the point of time, you can actually help the customer. You can actually build the relationship with the customer. Okay, and then make sure that you always keep the line of communication open. Always remember that talking to existing clients who already bought, probably you feel like it's a waste of time, but it's actually a good way because they will help you to gather all the information, and then you can actually, based on their needs and interests, and in future you can sell whatever products that interest them, which relate to the next point. Think second sales. Because if you don't keep this line of communication open, you don't know what they like, you don't know what's their interest, so you probably might not be able to really sell it. Takkan you just want to simply push the sales to the customer, right? Especially our existing customer. So without building a strong relationship, and you don't even know your customer, what the customer interests, how your customer interests like, then how are you going to promote even effectively? I'm not telling you to like just simply go and push, because yes, you can do that, but the effectiveness might not be that great. And if you want to really motivate someone, might not be that strong. But once you already started to do something, and then you see the result, then you gain more confidence. Okay, and last but not least, you actually can ask for referrals. Because happy customer, they will actually refer you to other customer. So when other customer, they listen and then they gain a lot of feedback. Wow, really the more happy customer shared, then other customer, when they hear, they will feel the same emotion as well. So we are doing the emotion selling over here through other people. So these people, they feel like, wow, really betul ke? I nak cuba juga. So they will come, they will refer the business to you, and then you will get another sales pitching. Okay, so here I'm going to share with you some samples. Okay, basically this is what me and Mr. Muhaimin, what we did. So out of sudden, this one I tell you, we didn't practice this, we never talk about this, and we never thought of really doing it. Okay, this is just out of sudden. Mr. Muhaimin just text me like this. So this is the way how he start his intro. So hi, Mr. Thomas. My name is Abdul Muhaimin, and I am the Kuku agent that you purchase product from. So at that point of time, I was like, what are you talking about? So I gave him the question marks, but because I didn't know that we want to do a role play. He just out of sudden just do like that. So the next thing, basically, I'm telling you that this is a very natural way of us sharing. Okay, so from here you can see, then he explained, I'm just texting you to say thank you. Meaning in a way you are sending a thank you notes to your customer. And then further explain, as a Kuku sales agent, every customer's method, and it's from customer like you that keeps our business going. So again, Mr. Thomas, thank you very much for your trust in Kuku and me. Okay, so which is quite well. The moment I see them, I feel like, wow, not bad. So he continued. So you have recently purchased the Excel from us. How do you like it so far? So you are actually checking in customer right now. You're getting the feedbacks from the customer. So that's why I replied, you are actually doing the follow-up, is it? So yeah, then he said, yes, from out of 1 to 5, the scale of 1 to 5, so how would you rate my service? So you're actually checking the service feedback. So I replied, and then after that at the end, so you already know some information already. Then you can actually start to ask for referrals. Let's say the rating is very good. If the rating is not good, then how? You can actually start to find out, okay, what's the problem? How can you help the customer to resolve the issue? But of course, provided do not over-promise the customer, okay? So last but not least, you ask for referral and then you check with customer. So from time to time, you can actually keep the line of communication open. Once a while, you can actually send some promotions, or you can actually check with customer, hey, so far, how have you been using it? Maybe a couple months after, you can check with customer, oh, so how have you been using the products? Is it okay? Are you satisfied? And things like that. Okay, so this is some examples that we did through WhatsApp, because nowadays probably you cannot just go physically visit the customer, but sometimes using social media would be great as well. Okay, so that is the end of my sharing. I would like to do a little bit of recap for you. So I will just ask your questions, then you guys just put in the chat. Okay, so first one, explain at least one importance on how after sales follow-up can impact customer. Remember I mentioned about 3 importance. So can you remember one of the importance from what I shared or not? Yes, correct. We need to take good care. We need to check with our customers' needs. In a way, you let customer feel that they are mattered because you care for their needs. Thank you, Andy. So next one, can you explain to me two ways on how after sales follow-up can help in effective sales or not? Okay, meaning to say, you have to explain 2 ways on how after sales follow-up helps in an effective sales. You know, remember the 6 benefits? The 6 benefits that we talk about, like for how to help the NE to boost the sales. Okay, better customer relationship, that's good. Get referrals, that's right. Okay, so basically that is the end of our that's the end of my sharing today.